Welcome to this episode where I'm going to talk about the power of the moon and also my love to the moon. The moon is so powerful, and I really want to share about how powerful it can be to work and live according to the moon. It's something I grew up doing as my mom already lived according to the moon. This means we cut our hair according to the moon. So for example, when I wanted my hair to grow faster, there were certain days when my hair wanted to be thicker or my hair wanted to not grow so fast. There are different types of moon days that support this. And also our gardener gardened according to the moon. So we really looked for a more wildish garden. So we wanted to our plants to be really big and bushy. I don't know how to say, but yeah, and it's just incredible how fast it always grew, but not just wild whatever, but still in its environment, because he knew how to harness the power of this specific moon for this garden we wanted, and also planting the seeds according to the moon. Yeah, and most important thing I think is when to remove your body hairs which you don't like, so waxing or whatever. More permanent hair removal is probably better. And yeah, this is incredible. When you work with according to the moon, first of all, it hurts less, and really the hairs, they don't grow back so fast. So I really encourage you to look into this specific dates when it's good for you if you're doing this. And also if you're living in set time, so Central European time, every year on the 18th of June in the morning, so till 12 p.m., it's incredible to remove your hairs. My mom has been doing that for years, and she doesn't have any hair on her legs anymore. So yeah, put that in your calendars if you like hairless legs and whatever. Really, really recommend it. But yeah, so this is one thing, how you're living according to the moon, or the most important things in my life where I always lived according to the moon, but also now while growing my business and also with my menstrual cycle. So I love studying the moon. I love looking at the moon. I think it's just so beautiful. It's so strong. And for me, I can always and I think this is for everyone. That's why I felt I wanted to share about the power of the moon, but also maybe the planets and what's going on in general in the sky. It's always when you feel a lot of feelings in your body. It's really about first going inwards and recognizing, becoming aware of what you're feeling. And I really encourage you to look then outside. What's happening with the moon phase? What's happening in the stars? And how does this energy amplify what I'm feeling or going through at the moment? And how can I work with this? If you're building something, if you're birthing something, when it's a good day to have your sales calls, when it's a good day to rest, really working with this is incredible. And it's really changing. It really helps you to sustain your energy, less burnout, whatever. And yeah, I always come back to this word, but it's really just really empowering, especially as a woman. As I wanted to say, it's when you are studying the moon, its cycles, it really helped me to also gain more knowledge about my body, my menstrual cycle, because I'm a very visual person. So I love it to have it in the sky, seeing what's going on. So I know also kind of then bring it back into my body. So yeah, this is I love the embodied approach to working with the moons and the stars. For me, it's not I'm going out and looking what's happening, but really first going inwards, feeling into my body, my feelings, what's going on, and then looking outside. And yeah. And it also helped me a lot to understand myself better, because sometimes I got very overwhelmed with what I'm feeling. And I felt something was wrong with me. Why am I feeling this? All these questions in my head. And since I really, for the last 10 years or more, working even more intensely with the moon to understand like what am I feeling and seeing it in the collective as well. This helps me a lot to not feel so lonely, but really feeling empowered as well, that it's okay what I'm feeling and that I can really amplify and working with this energy and I'm not getting lost in my feelings or getting overwhelmed with it. But it's only like when we go within first and then look outside like what's happening. And then, yeah, I absolutely love doing moon rituals, as you've seen maybe in another post for me with the new moon in Cancer massage oil, which I really recommend you to watch it and do it, even if isn't a new moon or so. It's amazing. I love working with the plants, with nature, obviously, because I also love the moon, so it's nature. Yeah, but also in general, there are like so many different, and working with the elements of the specific moon, like with fire, water, air, yeah, but always bringing it back to like the groundedness, to like the body. I think this is like really key for me, to not be able like to be stuck up here somewhere, but really bringing it down. This is how I work with the moon and how I work in my embodied moon group. And yeah, I think it's just, as a woman especially, I feel like connecting to the moon can be so reassuring and also empowering, because it's really, it helps you to understand yourself better, I think, as a woman as well, like with the menstrual cycle, but also like when you're feeling a lot of feelings. And it's incredible, like it's not only me, but I can see it in like all my sisters around me, what they are going through with the moon. And this is really, really incredible. I think this really helps you with not like feeling so isolated and alone, or especially for me, when working with the moon and understanding what's going on in the outside, in the collective, that I'm like, ooh, it's not only me who is feeling this, but there are others as well. Now, how can we work with this even better? So yeah, this is the power of the moon. And I really encourage you to discover it for yourself if you feel called to, if you're someone who feels a lot, but also if you just love looking at the moon and like understanding it better, like how does it impact not only like us humans, but nature as well. It's very, very incredible and powerful again. So let me know how you work with the moon. What's your experience with the moon? And yeah, subscribe and like if you enjoyed this little share about my love to the moon.